The Lou Information Station and the Too Many Men on the Mic podcast present the MidStates Club Hockey Association Playoffs. Brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, WashU Medicine Orthopedics, find us stlouishome.com, and by Benet Kelly Insurance.
We are back for an action-packed, hockey-filled Saturday at the Centene Community Ice Center. Bunch of Game 2s all day. Our first one between the Rockwood Summit Falcons and the Lafayette Lancers. Hello, everyone. I'm Daniel Hinkamp, joined by Jacob Stonick, Hunter Mulholland here as well. Our Mid-States Hockey Playoff pregame show is brought to you by Mattingly Lumber. From foundation to finish, house all your home building needs under one roof with Mattingly Lumber. One call, one solution, mattinglylumber.com. Well, first off, just mentioned Summit versus Lafayette. Summit had the upper hand last night, came away with a 4-1 win. But what we've seen from Lafayette so far this season, guys, they're not going to go away quietly this afternoon.
No, not at all. I mean, this is a Lafayette team that has really caught up hot, and they're looking to play in this mini game here after this one. I mean, they have come in just at the right time. 4-3 over Clayton, 6-3 over Ladue, 4-2 over Northwest. Had a win and a tie in the quarterfinals and now have a chance, but they really got to turn it around. I mean, this is a Summit team themselves that have been hot all season long and now translate that into playoffs. Just one loss so far, and that was to Lindbergh in the final game of pool play here in the Wick. And ever since then, they have really caught fire, and they have put on some really impressive scorelines. Swept Parkway West 2-0, then 5-2, and then obviously last night 4-1 in the opening game of the semifinals. But they are, it's still, though, it's the playoffs, semifinal action. Anything can happen. I mean, I think we can only expect a pushback here from Lafayette, knowing we've seen what they can do. Now we're just waiting to see it come to fruition.
Yeah, if you can look at the numbers from the two teams, too. First off, they've played only one time this season. They tied that game 1-1 in the regular season. Their postseason numbers pretty similar. 3.6 goals per game for the Falcons, and then for Lafayette, they're 4.6. The number that really stands out for me for Lafayette, and this might have been what plagued them last night, is the 15.8 penalty minutes per game. And that's something that you don't want. Summit's only 14% on the power play so far. They're 83 on the penalty kill. But you got to stay out of the box, and a parade to the box will not help you get to that mini game this afternoon.
No, and it doesn't help either. They're only 61% in the penalty kill in the postseason as well. That's when it matters most. And you can't be taking, 15-plus minutes here every single game in the postseason. You can't be doing that. You know that it means they're just undisciplined. Maybe a couple misconducts in that mix as well, but still, it's still unexcusable because now you're taking guys off the ice. You're shortening your bench. It doesn't help you out. So you got to be disciplined. You got to play the game smart, simple. Don't get over egregious because now it's when it really matters. I mean, you lose, it's over. So you got to win once, and then you got to win another 10-minute game. So you got to piece it together, and the last thing you need is a parade to the box, like you said.
It's a Lafayette team that we just haven't seen struggle like they did last night. And I guess like we just mentioned, the penalties could be a part of it, but they just have to do something to turn this around this afternoon. And they're familiar with having their backs up against the wall. We saw them early in the season. Their season might as well have potentially started to be over. They were 0-5 or so at that point.
And somewhere in that range, just about.
And that shellacking of my alma mater, Oakville.
I'm so sorry.
Turn things around, it seemed for them. It was tough, but I mean, they earned it. They played just a complete game on all ends of the ice.
Yeah, and just a perfect time. And after that, kind of steadily, slowly climb their way up and hit a really nice spot right towards the end of the season. And then that transitioned right into perfect winning the pool over the top seeded. I'm not just talking top seeded pool. I'm talking top of the Wick, Ladue, and even beating them. We were at that game 6-3. They beat them in Maryville, and a shellacking I don't think any of us saw coming. And this Lafayette team, we've said it a lot of times, they've caught heavy fire right here at the right time, and they are taking off. And they've had some real shockers, and I think it's just, they're catching fire at the right time. That's exactly what they need.
It's a Summit team that's very, very good on offense. We saw them back in December when they hosted Lindbergh at Afton, and they were just all over the place. We saw the Stark brothers last night as well, Tristan and Connor, forward and defense pair. They're all over the ice. They're always buzzing. They're two key factors for Summit if they're gonna be able to come away with a victory and go to the WIC championship. Blake Warren as well, mix him in there too.
Yeah, and I mean the brothers are what's leading the charge, like you said. 5 and 5 for Connor for 10 points, 5 goals, 5 assists, and 3 goals, 5 assists for Trenton. And they are just leading the way. And then obviously Blake Warren, 4 goals and an assist. Wyatt Schneider, 2 goals, 3 assists. Very balanced on the offense here in the postseason here for Rockwood Summit, which is exactly what you need. That means you're talking about depth, but you still have your main 2 goal scorers that you can call upon when you need someone to put one away.
Yeah, and it's really important for Lafayette to continue to do what they were doing in the back half of the season. Yes, last night, not a good showing against a very strong Summit team. But you've been here before. You, like you said, against Oakville over at Kennedy, they were kind of at the end of their season in terms of mentally, it felt like. But then they whoop Oakville, they get on a run. They go on a run, and they're able to get here to the semifinals. They don't want this to end tonight. They definitely don't want it to end in a sweep. So we're really looking forward to see how Lafayette responds from last night's game and see if they can force a mini game tiebreaker here today.
Student sections, parents, fans, whatever you want to call them, all filing in slowly for this 1:30 afternoon game, which is probably going to be a little later. Hate to break it to you, as they usually are. But while they do that, we'll step aside for just a moment as we wait for both teams to take the ice here at the Centene. You're listening to the MidStates Hockey Playoffs right here on 590 in the Lou Information Station.
Money decisions aren't always easy. That's why Vantage delivers confidence, services, and support to reach your financial goals. With a Vantage checking account, you'll enjoy convenient account access with powerful digital banking and branches across the St. Louis metro. Plus, benefits like 30,000 no-fee ATMs nationwide, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and shopping discounts. We put you first because Vantage is truly your credit union. Get to know us at vcu.com or a branch in your community. Membership eligibility required. Federally insured by NCUA.
When young athletes get hurt, fast care matters. At WashU Medicine Orthopedics, same-day walk-in care is available for injuries that happen both on and off the ice. With 12 area locations and 4 walk-in clinics, doctors here care for athletes at every level, from peewee to pro. Big hits, hard falls, get expert care, and get back in the game. WashU Medicine Orthopedics, team physicians for the St. Louis Blues, and you. Search WashU Medicine Ortho online. That's WashU Medicine Ortho.
You want a backyard paradise next summer? Talk to Merrimack Pools and Outdoors now. No surprises, great design, straight pricing, and you could be swimming by Memorial Day. Hit SplashSTL.com. Merrimack Pools and Outdoors, turning big Griswold dreams into real St. Louis backyards for 25 years.
Back here at the Centene, just a few moments away from puck drop, still waiting for both teams to take the ice. The Rockwood Summit Falcons have the home team in this one. They were the road team last night. A couple of jerseys we hadn't seen so far last night when we popped over there. Nice whites for Lafayette and the maroons for Summit. Tonight they're wearing the whites. Lafayette wearing their black and golds. You can't go wrong with them.
No, I think Lafayette's got just a nice, simple, kind of the, very similar jerseys to what we've seen before across the board, but otherwise just so nice and simple jerseys. They're really nice, and I think Summit, I really like their whites. I wish they'd get a little bit more of a special patch on the shoulders, but otherwise I do like their logo. It looks very, very nice.
Fitzpatrick donning the orange stripes again for the officials. Got another one whose last name is not on the back, so I can't tell you who that is. Vogel saying another linesman. And then Grant Kennedy, another linesman. We've seen him several times for Lindenwood this year. Had a little bit of a shaky start to the season. Didn't see him for a few series, and he came back, and he's been dang near perfect.
It's weird to say that about a linesman, but yeah, we've seen him now a second year now, I believe, and he's really pretty good. I like him. He's he's quick. He makes the right calls. Sean Fitzpatrick, second game in a row now. He was at doing the lines for the women's AHA playoff game earlier today. And now he's back in the orange stripes like it was last night.
Something about Grant Kennedy, too. This could be complete speculation, but I'm 99% sure I played against him at the club level when he played for Chesterfield. And I'm also, and if that's the case, I'm 100% sure that he's a goalie.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And it just kind of confirmed that based on how he was kind of stretching his legs, chopping up the crease-esque, like you see goalies do right when they come out.
Well, I'll be. You got a keen eye for that kind of stuff.
Sometimes I just know things.
There you go.
I'm not just a pretty face, Jacob.
Oh, there we go. Now, well, settle down. I never said you were a pretty face in the first place.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, we've had him a couple of times. He's a good official. I think we've seen him for a handful of MidStates games, if I'm not wrong. I don't think we've seen him for any Lindenwood games, but
yeah,
he's a good MidStates official. I'll tell you that much.
Yes, he is. Still waiting for my computer here.
Looking at the student section, Summit really filling up.
Getting there,
Lafayette,
not so much.
one row.
Oh, they got towels.
They
do have towels.
If you did not know this, Jacob Sonic loves rally towels.
I'm a big fan of them, and I wanted to get one that Chaminade had. They didn't give it away, but I was really hoping we could put that up in the studio or something. That looked real nice. That's what I was thinking, but unfortunately, no dice.
Mentioned before, these teams played only one time so far in the regular season. It was a 1-1 draw, so if anything tells you that nothing tells you that they're more even matched than that. Just a 1-1 draw. If you look at the numbers compared to the regular season too, pretty similar. Summit had 4.5 goals per game, 3.5 now in the postseason. They don't give up a lot of goals. That's something that I also have been keeping my eye on. Only 1.6 goals against per game. Lafayette at 2.4. So you can give Trenton Stark some credit for that on defense. He's pretty shut down, an offensive defenseman too for Summit, but just a very strong defensive team.
Going to be a couple of 33s in the net here today. Tamaris and Russell Kemp in for Summit. Kemp has played them all. 938 throughout the playoffs. That's pretty dang good. 938 and 151 GAA. Just 9 goals allowed and 146 total shots in all of their games so far. On the other side for Tamaris, he's also been in everything for the brother-sister combo here in net. And it's Peter getting the nod today once again, a 902 and a 267. 16 goals against 164 shots.
Both teams finishing up their warm-ups. The Lafayette Lancers, Summit Falcons. Puck drop just a few moments away, about a minute and a half. We'll step aside one more time. And the Lancers versus the Falcons comes up next.
When young athletes get hurt, fast care matters. At WashU Medicine Orthopedics, same-day walk-in care is available for injuries that happen both on and off the ice. With 12 area locations and 4 walk-in clinics, doctors here care for athletes at every level, from peewee to pro. Big hits, hard falls, get expert care, and get back in the game. WashU Medicine Orthopedics, team physicians for the St. Louis Blues, and you. Search WashU Medicine Ortho online. That's WashU Medicine Ortho.
Money decisions aren't always easy. That's why Vantage delivers confidence, services, and support to reach your financial goals. With a Vantage checking account, you'll enjoy convenient account access with powerful digital banking and branches across the St. Louis metro. Plus, benefits like 30,000 no-fee ATMs nationwide, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and shopping discounts. We put you first because Vantage is truly your credit union. Get to know us at vcu.com or a branch in your community. Membership eligibility required. Federally insured by NCUA.
Kenny Reinhold is a trusted real estate advisor with 21 years of experience and a proud sponsor of our Mid-States playoff broadcast. Kenny is the #1 agent at the Central Region office at the #1 local real estate company, Caldwell Banker Realty Gundaker. With over $200 million in sales and over 200 5-star reviews, you can be confident in your next move. Call Kenny at 314-724-7932 or visit findastlouishome.com. And good luck to all the teams.
Right back here at the Centene Community Ice Center, just a few moments away from puck drop. They just put another minute and a half up on the warm-up screen just to get everything settled down, get the teams a few moments to talk things over, just get their strategies ready to go. Because this is a winner take all game. Excuse me. Early in the day. I'm not used to calling it game this early. Jeez.
Well,
It's
almost a
1:30.
winner take all.
Still close.
Because,
Practically is, because the minigame is practically in overtime. So, in a way,
Yeah.
Jacob's favorite thing about Mid-States is the hockey setup for the playoffs.
I'm sorry, but as someone who grew up with a very straightforward playoff format where it's one and done, if you lose, it's over with. Yeah, kind of prefer that, to be honest, just because it's simpler.
Well, just get rid of the ties. if you want to do 3-game sets, just get rid of the ties.
Well, if you're doing a 3-game series, you wouldn't have ties. So technically a 2-game
They
set,
do
minigame
have
doesn't
ties,
really
though.
count. Well, yeah, but that's only if you need a minigame. Bit ridiculous. We still love them.
You kind of want to, you hate to say it, but the Wick team's kind of both got the short end of the stick with the quick turnarounds. They both played last night, too, as did the challenge teams, but the challenge has the evening games tonight, and Wick has the afternoon.
Caught the end of that Priory Liberty game, and pretty good environment in there from the Priory side.
Yeah, they were loud. They were loud.
A couple of
That'll be
guys
fun
all
one.
painted their whole body in blue paint.
Tried to give Danny Boy here a high five, and he politely declined.
I said, yeah, it looks good, man, but that's not happening.
Yeah, I told him too. It's just he doesn't want a high five. He wants a hug. You got to come up.
Whoa,
and
even worse, you ruin all my clothes.
I mean, it was dried on at that point. I don't think it was coming
Fair
off.
enough. Fair enough.
You would hope.
With that rink,
Unless he was
frozen.
reapplying every period.
I don't think so. I think it was like Dan said, frozen on.
Well, here we go. Lafayette, Summit. Summit looking to punch their ticket to the Wickenheiser Cup final. Lafayette trying to force the minigame and then punch their ticket. And for opening faceoffs, one back by Summit, and we are underway from the Centene Community Ice Center. Trenton Stark goes D to D in his own end, and Summit tries to break out. Pass coming to Green. He gets the red line now, trying to get in the blue line. Thomas all over him. Still with it now in the corner. Tries to find Wecker near side at the hatch marks. Comes up to the point for Trenton Stark. Walking, puts it through the stick. It's Thomas. Good move. Stark with some room still, but lost it in his feet. Still with it. Turns it backhand toward the net. Trickles through to Morris, and they score! 1-0 Summit. Who else but the Stark brothers?
I mean, what a play. It seemed to be broken, but no, he stuck with it. Turned it around and got a nice backhand in, and all it takes is 25 seconds in, and Summit staring down a finals appearance.
It's early, but that is a backbreaker for Tamaris. He's got to adjust his head and get ready to go. He's still got plenty of time. He's still got plenty of opportunities to keep his boys in this game.
25 seconds in, and Summit takes a 1-0 lead. That is not how Lafayette wanted this game to go. Face off one back by Summit. They shoot at the length, but not enough for icing. At on the near side board, Steinbrugge and Warren Ridgway in there too. Blake Warren gets it centering. Looking for Schneider, blocked away by a Lafayette stick. At the point, Warren still with it, tries to backhand one toward the net, but it's blocked away by Steinbrugge, who chips one off the boards and out. But DeFranco has a good step, puts one back in, but the Falcons are offsides. First period is brought to you by Vantage Credit Union, your financial partner for life in Metro St. Louis. Learn more at vcu.com. Face off on the near side, outside the Lafayette Lancer zone. One by Summit. DeFranco now gets the red line, fires one in on net towards Tamaris, bounces right out in the slot where Pickering picks it up. Tries to sweep one up to the point. And they get it up there finally. Here's Keller. Up to Allen. Allen just blows a tire, picked up by Jansen. Keller wants a call, but that was just lost an edge. Summit coming right back, dumps one in the zone right behind the net. Up to Morris. And Lafayette tries to break out again. Once again, no luck. Trying to start. Dances around one. Down low, near side. Forehand backhand glove save by Tamaris. What a move by Stark. Off the glove of Peterson. Now chance for Lafayette. Here's Long. 2-on-1. Long. Backdoor feed. Looking for a good skate. And it's cleared by Summit. And the net came off. As that's number 10. Brandon Jansen crashing in on Kemp.
Typically, you don't want to take out your own goaltender.
Yeah, usually. That's typically the goal. This has been a hot start here by Summit. They've been really good job keeping it down low inside the zone. And then really right now they're just kind of showing it's their game to lose. So they're not gonna make that happen. So really nice start for them. And now if you're Lafayette, you gotta get one on the board because you don't want to be chasing for any longer in this first period, let alone the entire game.
Wecker took down Ridgway on the near side. And Lafayette just sends it right back into the near side corner for DeFranco. Tries to find Anders. Comes up to the point for Connor Stark, who chips it off the boards. Going down the ice. Won't have the legs. And Kellen Moore will pick it up with Green on him. Green shoves more into the board. Size mismatch, but Green has the step. Wecker trying to center to Stark. Bouncing away behind the net. Connor Stark now. Dances around one, still with it. Trying to center, nobody there. And Basom just puts it off the boards and back out to center ice. Will it have the legs? No, waved off by Grant Kennedy. DeFranco gave up on it. Anders now on the far side. Schneider circles it back around down low. Off the boards now to trying to find Green at the point. Misses everything. Stark racing in. It's going to have the legs and go. No icing. Waved off at the last second. But now a penalty is going to be called. A rough. The first power play of the game is going to go to Rockwood Summit. Looks like Kellen Moore is going to sit for 2 for a rough. And that's exactly what we talked about pregame, what Lafayette can't do. They're already down 1-0 in an early trip to the box.
Yeah, Rockwood Summit themselves haven't been too efficient on the power play, but still 12.5% in these playoffs. On the other side of Lafayette, only 64.3% after last night's game.
Face off one back, Ridgeway trying to clear, comes off the boards, kept in by Trenton Stark. Help from his brother. This puck comes down below the net, comes back up to the point. Trenton plays catch with Connor on the far side. Connor Stark now down low. Trying to center, comes back up to the point. White Schneider, Trenton Stark. Schneider now top of the near side circle. Cross-ice feed on the one-timer there, but just fanning on the shot was Corbin Green.
And right over his stick.
Near shot, near side, Captain White. Schneider with the puck, puts it back up to Trenton Stark at the point. Far side, top of the circle, Connor Stark. Option shot just goes wide. That one's going to come all the way out of the zone, have the length to go all the way down the ice, and Lafayette gets a wholesale change.
Right now, Rockwood just kind of looking a little bit more towards the net. Going to need to spread it out a little bit more, get some better chances in, and just continue to hold that possession. That's what you want to do, is hold that possession in for just a little bit longer, then get it to the net when you finally get the defense out of position.
Franco DeLuca Huber had the stop on Connor Stark as they battle down low. Lafayette can't get the clear. Schneider holds it on the blue line. Dances around Steinbrugge. Tried to find Stark down low. Goes off the skate. Trenton Stark now at the point. Dancing around still. Puck still loose at the blue line. Steinbrugge has it now. Goes off the stick of Stark and just comes back to Schneider just inside the Summit end. Back up to Connor Stark. What a pass. He's in. Shuggs off the one. Forehand. Backhand. Pick save by Tamaris. Centering feet. Green all alone. Battling away. Jamming away. And Tamaris is able to cover.
What a move, but an even better save on the backside by Tamaris. As Stark rushed it through, made a couple of these just simple moves, pulls it to the backhand, and with the butt end of the stick, Tamaris able to knock it down.
Yeah, Tamaris gets his stick on that, and it bounces into another high danger spot, and he responds by getting a cover on it.
Ridgeway gets one out to the point, kind of bouncing over a stick. Now shorthanded opportunity. Luke Rawson, one of the most dangerous players for this Lancer side. Shot by Ross off the bar! And he slams his stick now, had him beat, but Ross just couldn't beat the iron.
Oh, what a shot. We've seen him a couple of times this season with that wicked shot of his. And what a chance there. Didn't have all the speed, but man, not really. He doesn't really need it. He just can create the space for himself. And just a beautiful shot there. It rings the iron, pushing it through the defense.
Kellen Moore back to the Lafayette bench, and Lafayette's back to full strength. Killed off the first power play for Summit. Now Pritchett, his own end, tries to backhand one up. DeRude now. Sticked away by Thomas, but back to DeRude, who sticks one forward with one hand on the backhand. Now 3-on-2 for Summit. DeFranco over the line, almost offsides. Has Pritchett back door. Can't get it through the skates. DeFranco still battling away. Still with DeFranco up to the point now. Connor Stark dancing down low. Near side shot goes high. It's going to come all the way back out, go all the way down the ice where Trenton Stark's going to have to pick it up with Brewer racing in. Oh, good little pirouette from Tristan Stark. Dances around another. Dangerous in his own end. Steinbrugge picks it off. Down low to Lauman. Steinbrugge still in center. Has Brewer there with him, but a good stick. Starts the breakout for Summit. Here's Green. 2-on-2 with Connor Stark. Green surveying. Tries to toe drag through, but a good skate from Kellen Moore. Now Stark in the near side corner. Moore breaks it up. Stark and Moore battling away. Stark gets it out, but sticked into the corner by Lafayette again. Cycled down low by Green to Connor Stark. Has his brother at the point, but tries to shovel one to the net, and it goes off the side. Up to the point for Trenton Stark. Near side to his brother Connor. Down low. Steinbrugge picks it off, and it bounces over the backhand of Trenton Stark at the blue line and out of the zone. Circling back in. Here comes Stark. Dances around one. Tries to backhand one towards the net, blocked by Moore. Trent Stark dances around Kellen Moore again, dances through another. Stark goes down to the ice and shot goes wide. Green, quick chance, and it's off the side of the net. Tamaris might have gotten a piece of it. Down low, Stark, one-on-one, dances around Moore. Stark, quick shot, save, Tamaris.
Stark wants a trip. He's not going to get it here. Trying to argue. They were just holding up in the stick. He was holding it heavily and fell down.
As he pleads his case to Parks going to the bench. Like, come on,
I don't
man.
think Parks is wearing the stripes.
No.
Unless he's just saying, hey, shut your mouth and stop whining. And they're just, chirping a little bit. But I don't know.
It looked like smiles from both ends as Warren wrist one just goes wide.
Probably teammates on a AAA team, I'd assume.
Picked up by Long, backhanded out to this, right up to the red line where DeFranco's just going to send it right back in. Not much zone time so far for Lafayette. Up to the point to Anders. Anders sticks one, blocked away. Keller tripped up a little bit, but here comes Turner Allen, one-on-one. Allen, toe drag on his backhand, has to take it to the corner. Some good defense. Down low to Long. Looking for options up to the point. Blocked away at the point. Chance for a rush. And we got a breakaway. Schneider, he's in all alone. Back check by Ridgway and by Pickering. Great back check, and they steal it away.
Excellent job by Lafayette. And didn't really have a full step, but it's still tough. Know when to get that stick in there. Wait for that chance without losing that step. Excellent job sticking with it.
Pickering flutters one into the net. Kemp has to steer it into the corner. And Summit tries to break out again. Jansen now over the line, tries to backhand one to Warren, blowing a tire in center ice was Hubert. He comes up to the point to Ridgway, now Pritchett for Summit, down low to Blake Warren. Warren trying to backhand one towards the net, picked off, but Pritchett picks it up, quick shot, blocked in front. Ridgway at the point, now sticks it to Pritchett, who spins right around and tries to keep it in. He does for just a moment, and then Warren gets it at the point and just backhands it deep behind the net of Tamaris. Hubert now loses it. Pritchett steals it away on the goal line. Pritchett takes a tumble, with Rizzuto picking the puck up now, trying to get it off the boards and out. Trenton Stark at the point. Far side feed. Looking for Lorelei Green. And a chance now for the Lancers on the breakout. Now they're 1-on-2. Just have to stick one towards the net, or it's steered into the corner by Kemp. Rizzuto on the shot there. Trenton Stark dancing around his own net. A little dangerous. Done that a couple times so far, but a good breakout pass to Peterson. As Schneider, Jansen all alone in center ice. It goes wide, though, to Stark. A good stick lift. Our first hit thrown by Kellen Moore in the corner. Thomas on the breakout now to the dangerous Luke Ross. Ross makes one move. Quick shot, just goes wide. Was looking for that high glove side corner. Moore keeps it into the point. Tries to cycle it down lower. Pritchett picks it off. Tries to find Connor Stark and just out of his reach into Luke Ross again. Parks, rather. Sticked away by Peterson. Now a chance for Summit, but Peterson blew a tire. Now Stark's in 1-on-2. Dancer on one. Stark, oh, backhand over the net. Tamaris might have gotten a shoulder to it.
I think he did, but we'll see that. I think the two plays we're going to see most often, give it to Ross, cut it to the middle, get a shot in, or fire it up to Stark and let him dangle. That's what we've been seeing already here in this first.
Wolf backhands one down low, still battling away, trying to get it even deeper. It comes to Ross at the circle. Ross, quick shot, off the bar again! Second opportunity for Ross, and he hits the bar again.
Oh, they must have put a magnet in that puck. Oh, my. Ross just firing it high, right spot. Can't find it.
Lafayette throws it right back into the Summit zone to Franco now on the near side. Lafayette still trying to get something going. Ross picks it off, has a man in center, off a skate and down low as he had Brewer crashing the net. Up to the point now, Pickering. Flutters one towards the net, blocked away by Schneider. Our side corner. Stark up in the red line now. Has a chance with some speed. He's 1-on-1 now again. Stark, quick shot again over the net.
I say we got a little bit more offensive zone time here from the Lancers. They've been picking it up pretty nicely as this game continues to just open up a little bit more. Not a lot of feeling out. They played each other less than 24 hours ago.
Steinbrugge now near side shot, quick turned away by Kevin. It's all across the crease on the rebound by Brewer. Lafayette just can't buy one right now.
Oh, the chances galore. I think the shots are pretty even now. Not a lot of them hitting the net, but a lot of really good chances. You don't have to have a shot on goal to have a grade A chance. That's another one right there.
Ridgway keeps it in the line. Steinbrugge now on the goal line, dancing, trying to center it off, maybe off the pad of Kemp, but it stays out.
I think he actually got off the paddle there, which helped it didn't go across, but still a dangerous play.
Jackson Ridgway now for Lafayette makes a move, gives it up to Pickering, and they try to break out. Far side looking for Lauman. Steinbrugge in the skates of Warren right now. They're battling for it, and Brewer picks it up. Brewer just going to backhand one in deep. Green knocks it out of the air and cycles one down low to Trenton Stark, and they try to break out. Warren gets a little bit of a near side hit. Good, perfectly timed.
Perfectly timed plus the stick lift. I mean, that's an excellent defensive play there on the backside by Sean Dean.
Tucker Allen cycles it back to Dean in his own end. Gives it up to Long. Goes off her stick in deep. Trenton Stark will pick it up with Long all over him. Some good forecheck pressure from Long, but Stark spins away. Stark has got to be careful in his own end. He's dancing around a few times and gave up the puck. Shot from the point goes high. Tucker Allen swings one back around. It's going to come up to Dean again. Dean just sends one back down low to Keller. Centering Long, one time blocked by Lorelei Green. Stark now down low on the near side. Up to Jansen. And Rockwood Summit can finally break out. Jansen, not a lot of speed, crossing the blue line. Dishes it to Darude. Darude, quick shot, kicked away to Morris. Rebound, Warren, score! The original shot kicked out by DeMorris, and Warren just crashing the net out in front. Roofs it over the glove, and it's 2-0 Summit.
Just a really perfect play there by the Falcons, and one that kicked right out. And Warren's not going to be missing that one. Right alone, out in front in the slot. Just has to pick a corner, goes high over the glove. Not stopping that.
And I was getting ready to say that we haven't really seen a lot of physicality from Lafayette in this game. And then there's the hit by Dean. But really, Hubert and Moore were two guys that really stuck out as physical players. It might be a little bit too big of a disadvantage right now to try and play that physical game.
Yeah, this is too much speed on this Falcons side so far. They can't really keep up. Colin Moore gets in his own end, chips it up to Rizzuto. Rizzuto now 3-on-3, makes a couple moves at the blue line, now gets it in for Lafayette, loses it in his skates, is pinched off the puck. But now it's Basom with it. As Anders took a spill, Basom flutters one towards the net off the glove of Kemp, near side now to Kellen Moore. Moore, spin around shot, blocked out in front, might have been by his own man Rizzuto. Sicked up to the blue line, just going to come back to Moore at center ice. He's going to try and find Rizzuto. He can't handle it, and it's picked off by Peterson. Peterson tripped up a little bit, but not enough. And here comes Parks. Parks 1-on-3, quick shot turned away by the blocker into the corner of Kemp. Another shot, blocked away in front. Could have took a bad bounce from Darude from our angle. It almost looked like it was kicking back towards the net.
A little scorpion play there. And this time, luckily for him, it came out this way and not towards his own net because Kemp was not in spot to make a save.
Ross near side, making a couple moves, trying to jam one towards the net, but it's turned away by Kemp, and Green on the breakout, trying to find Connor Stark just out of his reach, all the way down the ice, and that's going to be an icing. The MidStates Hockey Playoffs are brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, WashU Medicine Orthopedics, Kenny Reinhold at findasstlouishome.com, and by Benet Kelly Insurance Agency. Vantage Credit Union wants to give you a little financial boost. Right now, they're offering you $250 to join as a new member. Just open a new checking account and use promo code STL250. It's that easy. Whether you're saving for hockey tickets or your next financial goal, Vantage is here to help. Visit vcu.fyi/checking today.
I get a feeling Green really wants to meet up with Long right in the middle.
Puck comes up to the point over the stick of Ridgeway, and he's just to cycle it back to Pickering. Off the boards to Wolf. Lafayette breaks in. Wolf had Ross, but just held on to it for a second too long. Now Ross picks it up on the near side. Picked off by Green. Summit coming up, trying to come 3-on-3, but Green just loses a stick, or loses the puck, rather. And now it's back to Trent Stark. Dances around Thomas, but Thomas is all over him. He has to play it back to Green. Green, fans on the pass. Wolf all over her, but she still gets it out to Trenton Stark at the point. Spin around pass to Connor. Goes off a stick, and now Green takes it in. That's Corbin Green, the brother of Lorelei Green. Centering feed, they score! What a centering pass from Connor Stark. And it's Wecker, the benefactor in front, and it's 3-0 Summit in the first.
I mean, just an amazing play. That's Wecker's first goal of the playoffs here. He's been in all the games and yet to get a tally, and just a nice center feed on the backhand. And Lafayette is going to take the time out here.
Usually you want to save that till later in the game, but you can't really blame them.
No,
in
not
this
at all.
instance. It's already 3-0, and Summit is just all over them.
They're just not in a good spot at all. You needed to have some time to reset here if you're Lafayette.
Yeah, Lafayette is definitely looking to settle down and understand it's not going to come all at once. We're going to have to chip away. There's still 36 minutes left or 31 minutes, left to play in this game. They're going to have to chip away, but it's going to have to come quick, if not in the final minute here of the first, early in the second for their first tally to give themselves that opportunity.
And this is just unfamiliar territory for Lafayette so far, unless you're dating it all the way back to the beginning of the regular season. They've not been in this position in a long time. They just kind of need to trying to get their heads back and just tell themselves that they're not out of this. And they very well could have. It could be a 3-3 game right now. They've hit 2 crossbars and had a shot go cross crease. So the puck luck just hasn't been in their favor either.
Yeah, it's not that Lafayette's not had opportunities. They've just gotten some bad bounces in those opportunities.
Face off tied up by Schneider and one back. Up to the point. Up to the red line rather. Warren just sends it in. Tamaris will play it around to Darude, who lets it go all the way up. Anders shot from the point, blocked down front. Warren in the slot, trying to spin around, shot blocked down front by Pickering. Anders now battling away. Darude there to pick it up. Sticked away by Thomas, but Darude still has it, keeps it in. Wolf jamming away. Wolf and Darude still battling. Lafayette finally is able to pick it off, and it's Pickering. Gives it off to Parks. Parks has Thomas center ice, but not much help other than that. Couple Summit Falcons converge on him. Darude strips the puck away, and Warren's on the breakout now, and they come up 2-on-2. Thomas can make it 2-on-3 on the back check. Warren tries to put it through his skates, and it goes into the corner. Schneider now battling away with Ridgway down low. Tries to send one up to the point for Green. Stick passer by Wolf, and Trenton Stark there to pick it up. Stark gives it near side to Pritchett right in front of the penalty box. Crossing the red line, puts it in deep behind the Lancer end. Tamaris misplays it. Goes all the way around. Sticked away again. Stone has it at the point. Quick shot. Looking for a deflection out front. That's going to do it for the first as Tamaris seals it up right there. Well, it was all Rockwood Summit in the first. They lead 3-0. Lafayette going back to the whiteboard real quick here. While we step aside for just a moment. Period 2 right after this.
Money decisions aren't always easy. That's why Vantage delivers confidence, services, and support to reach your financial goals. With a Vantage checking account, you'll enjoy convenient account access with powerful digital banking and branches across the St. Louis metro. Plus, benefits like 30,000 no-fee ATMs nationwide, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and shopping discounts. We put you first because Vantage is truly your credit union. Get to know us at vcu.com or a branch in your community. Membership eligibility required. Federally insured by NCUA.
You want a backyard paradise next summer? Talk to Merrimack Pools and Outdoors now. No surprises, great design, straight pricing, and you could be swimming by Memorial Day. Hit SplashSTL.com. Merrimack Pools and Outdoors, turning big Griswold dreams into real St. Louis backyards for 25 years.
Second period just moments away. Lafayette trying to do anything they can to get a spark to get back in this game. It's 3-0 early in favor of Rockwood Summit. Summit now go from left to right, Lafayette from right to left. And we have inside information that they should be cleaning the ice after this period, but they should have yesterday too, and they didn't, so.
Oh, they're going to be looking now because of the possibility of a mini game. That's why, unless the referees decide the game's already out of hand. I don't think they will.
Steinberge versus Wecker. Tied up. Lafayette wins it. Put forward now. Big hit thrown on the near side by Anders. He got Brewer. Cycled around for Lafayette. Steinberge at the point now. Throws one towards the net. Chance for Lafayette. Backhand feet kicked away by Kemp. Connor Stark on the rebound now, and Green tries to break it out. Corbin Green tried to find Wecker. Sticked away by Stark, and it's in deep. Stark first one to it. Dancing around Park. Centering feet. Has a man. Shot blocked away by Tamaris.
Wecker again.
Stark spinning away from a few at the blue line, taking it to the slot. Quick shot wide. Near side now, Stark at the hatch marks. Takes a little bump from the back from Lauman. Cross-ice feed. What a pass to Green. Green dances through Moore. Makes a little more space for himself, but Moore gets a stick to it. And still battling away, but Moore comes out with the puck. Moore, there's a cross-ice feed looking for Steinberge. He takes it in now. Over to Lauman. Plowman, quick shot, blockered away by Kemp. Up to the point now for Pickering. Pickering tries to dance around Schneider, but he strips the puck. 3-on-1 for Summit if they hurry. Schneider with it still, trying to find Stark. Still with it. Schneider, quick shot save. Tamaris, rebound loose, and Tamaris covers. And Tamaris kind of gets a snow shower from the linesman.
Brand, what are we doing?
Tamaris is in enemy territory now with the Summit student section staring him down as he has allowed 3 on 10 shots so far tonight.
And that Summit student section is way bigger than the Lafayette one is today so far. They're only about 2 deep in Lafayette, and they're almost a whole section over there.
They're only missing 2.
Yes, they're only missing 2, exactly.
Now, Lafayette would just total it off.
Just throw them all over there. Surely nothing bad would happen. Puck comes up to the point. Schneider, quick shot. Saved by Tamaris, and then Warren is taken down in front by Ridgeway. Summit bench wants a call, but I'm not sure they're going to get it.
Well, Warren came in with a slide tackle there, and Ridgeway came in, skate up in the pads. I don't think they're going to take anyone.
Yeah, Warren went down, skate up straight at Tamaris, and Ridgeway just protecting his goalie. Throws a cross check, but refs are going to say play on.
I think you're onto something with Grant Kennedy being a goalie, or had been a goalie, because his skates look like really new.
They do look like
and
brand new.
He's a young guy, so I'm thinking like, well, he's got to buy regular skates to ref. Like, you can't ref goalie skates.
I guess you could. It would just be very difficult.
Well, refs don't usually go through skates like hockey players do either. So
No, Warren shot blocked in front by Ridgeway. No, they don't. No equipment at all, actually. Allen now dancing over by Tucker. Allen just lifts one high. They do wear the shin pads, though.
Yeah, and that's a smart thing, but anything above that is kind of slim pickings.
Schneider now 1-on-2, makes a little more space for himself, drops it off. Darude looking for one more. Looking for Warren. He just couldn't get all of that. Backhand goes wide. Darude now centering feed. Darude, quick shot. It's under the pad of Tamaris, and he covers. And now Ridgeway and Warren tie up again in front. Second period brought to you by WashU Medicine Orthopedics. Hockey moves fast, and so should care when young athletes get hurt. At WashU Medicine Orthopedics, same-day walking care is available for injuries that happen on the ice, at practice, or anywhere kids play, with 12 locations across the St. Louis area. 4 walk-in clinics. Their pediatric and sports medicine experts care for athletes at all ages and levels, from first skates to big saves. Bumps and bruises are part of the game. Expert care shouldn't be a question. WashU Medicine Orthopedics, team physicians for the St. Louis Blues. Stark now down low, battling away with Rizzuto. Still trapped on the boards. Dean throws a little bit of a shove. Another shot tried to be thrown on Stark, but Stark threw the reverse on Ridgeway. Lorelei Green on the breakout tries to sauce one up. Chipped away by Jansen. Good move with Rizzuto all over him. Jansen still with it now in the near side corner. Sends it down low. No one there for Summit. Dean there for Lafayette. Tries to get one up, picked up by Trenton Stark. Far side circle. Quick shot turned away by Tamaris, rather. And then he covers. And a late shot thrown by Basom, and now they...
It's not over yet, Lancers. Come on, writing's not on the wall just yet. Let's not be throwing stuff like that.
No, you still have 12 minutes and 14 seconds in the second, and then you have a whole third period, too.
That's, hold on, let me grind my gears in my brain really quick. 27 minutes left.
And 14 seconds.
Yeah.
We're getting better at
before.
math.
Yeah. The smoke didn't come out that time. I got it before the check-in, the overheat light went on. My brain does hurt a little bit now, though. I'll tell you that much.
Jacob just needs to take his brain for an oil change.
Yeah, it's that OW30. I only run on synthetic.
Wolf now at the red line, sends it in deep. Thomas, first one there for Lafayette. Thomas up to Wolf. The circle blocked away by Green in front. Stark and Wolf battle away. Stark throws a little bit of a cross check. And he picks it up now. Trenton Stark starts to break out, gives it to Blake Warren. Warren up to Darude. Darude now has Schneider. Backdoor, tries to find him. Gets it on the backhand, and Tamaris is able to kick it to the corner. Darude now with Parks on him. Now Warren. Stolen away by Luke Ross down low. Sauced up to center ice. Dangerous pass. Looking for Parks, and Darude steals it away. Far side Schneider. Schneider, near side shot turned away by Tamaris. Wasn't sure where it is. They still try to jam it free, and it's behind the net now loose. Kellen Moore. Blake Warren picks it off in the corner. Darude funnels one towards the net, but Parks just blocks it with a stick, and here they come 4-on-2. Bad change for Summit. 4-on-2. Ross, near side, top of the circle, finds Wolf. Center ice, tries to spin around to Parks, and he can't get it past Kemp. Now it's up to Wolf and the point. Wolf shot blocked by Stark, and now Stark's in the foot race with Kellen Moore. Moore gets there first, though. Backhands went up to the point. Wolf just turns around. Thomas now tries to funnel one forward for Parks, who was crashing, but Parks gave up on it last second, goes in the far side corner. Wecker now sticks it up to the point. Pickering keeps it in. Flutters one towards the net, bouncing puck, and Kemp will cover.
Not a bad play there by Lafayette. Just a little bit more control there, trying to move into the zone. And a 4-on-2 chance, and just kind of threw it away.
Face-off coming to the glove side of Kemp. 10:46 to go in the second. 3-0 Summit. One back by Steinberg. Ridgeway at the point. Tries to pull one towards the net. It's blocked away. Now picked up down low. Sent up to the point. Pickering. Backhands one deep to Lauman. Lauman checked off by Anders. And Wecker will throw it around. Not hard enough, though. Picked off by Brewer. Centering feet sticked away by Anders. Good stick as Steinberg. He was all alone. Corbin Green off the boards now for Connor Stark. He's 1-on-1 with Pickering. 2-on-3 now as Wecker joins the rush. Stark waiting for options. Up to the point now for Anders. Anders back up to Stark. Stark spinning shot, glove down by Tamaris.
Not a bad play there as they continue to just cycle it around, getting a little chippy.
The Summit faithful starting to let the Lancers hear it right in front of them.
I think it was more or less Vogelsang who kind of bit it a little bit. You could see him laughing it off as he went down. He immediately go, hey! Those kids are relentless.
They are. You do anything, no matter who you are, ref, player, coach, they'll be on you. Stark takes a little bit of a shot from behind.
Kind of rude.
Not very nice, man.
They're very mean. Calling my mom.
You tell my mommy on you. Connor Stark at the red line.
They're high schoolers.
Yeah, they are.
It's possible.
Ridgeway now picks it up, spins away, and leaves it off for Lauman down low. Lauman looking for Brewer, comes out to Steinberg. He's going in 1-on-2. Steinberg tries to dance through to Franco. Steinberg, he's still with it, centering. No one there, goes across the crease. Now up to the point for Lauman. Backhands one down low as Jansen was looking for Stark on the breakout, but now Steinberg in the near side corner. Funnels one towards the net. A little bit cross check thrown by DeFranco, and Lafayette's going to go to the power play.
This is the exact situation that Lafayette needs right now. They need an opportunity on the power play to get themselves back into this game, get some momentum on their side rather than being backed into a corner in their own end for most of this game so far.
That call much to the dismay of DeFranco, but that's a cross check right in front of the crease, in front of the official too. Lafayette 25% on the power play. Summit 71.4 on the penalty kill so far. Schneider just funnels one over the net and behind Tamaris. And Parks will start the breakout for Lafayette. Now Luke Ross crosses the blue line into the Summit zone, taking it down low. Puts it back up to the point for Tucker Allen on the far side. Shot by out, deflected in front, kick to the side by Kemp. Near side corner, now Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore up to the point for Parks. Parks quarterbacking this power play. Tucker Allen, one-time feed. Goes all the way across the ice, just didn't get all of it at all. Kellen Moore now. Riding the circle up to Parks. Parks toe drags around one, makes some space for himself. Shot from the slot, blocked away. And Warren tries to shoot it down the ice. It goes off Schneider, but now Schneider gets it and sends it the length with 1:13 to go on the power play.
Probably should have played it to him in the first place, then played it into his butt, and then they gave it to him a second time around just for him to clear.
Tucker Allen now gets the blue line for Lafayette. Allen, quick shot on the near side, swallowed up by Kemp. Lafayette able to move the puck pretty decently so far, but they're just not able to get those shooting lanes because Summit's closing them down.
Yeah, doing a really good job. And especially Kemp in the net makes some really nice saves, sticking with the puck.
Face off one back by Ross to Moore. Now Parks at the blue line. Moore now top of the circle. Sends one towards the net, through a few sticks, but Kemp just swallows it up with the glove.
Got to move that puck just a little bit more, keep the possession. Not really the spot for Moore. Didn't have an angle. Tried to go to the far glove side. An easy glove save.
One back again now. Moore at the point. Gives it over to Parks. Parks, quick shot. I don't think Kemp saw it to the last second, but he got a blocker on it. Send it into the near side corner. Moore now. Top of the circle to Parks at the point. Parks spins away again. Now gives it back to Moore. Looking for options now to the point for Parks again. Parks. Moore on the near side. Sends one towards the net again. Turned away by Kemp. Still loose in front. Jamming away Wolf. Robbed by Kemp's pad. Moore now, top of the circle. Another shot. Turned away by Kemp. Puck still loose. Moore kicked away by Kemp again. Moore now, back to Ross. Ross, quick shot over the net.
Ross was
Tucker
looking for
Allen
the
now.
hat trick of crossbars.
Yeah. Tucker Allen now, near side to Moore. Kellen Moore circling top of the point. 3, 2, and 1. Quick shot from Parks, and they're back to full strength. Summits killed it off. The 7:23 going the second. Moore, top of the circle. Goes to the slot now. Sends one towards the net. Kick loose. Wolf can't find it in his skates. Wolf would have had an empty net if he could find it. Still loose in front. Ross, couple moves. Kicked away by Kemp. Rebound goes wide. Wolf down low again. Finally, some sustained zone time for Lafayette, but it comes right back out. Tucker Allen now in his own end. Backhands one up to Ross. Ross leaves it off for Wolf, or Stark tied him up. Put back in, and the Lancers are off sides, and it just goes off Ross, who took a spill.
While that power play didn't result in a goal for the Lancers, I think that was a successful power play in getting some momentum back on their side.
100%. And sometimes, those successful power plays, you don't need to get a goal, and it created a lot of really good chances. Kemp was able to get out in front. So just a little bit better shooting next time, and they're going to have some really good looks.
Ridgeway dancing around, just can't get all the puck, and it goes down low behind the net, where he battles with DeFranco, chipped up to the point. Connor Stark picks it up now. Has Pickering eyeing him down, tries to go cross ice, looking for Green, but it's picked off by Ridgeway. Big hit thrown as Basom goes for a line change on the wrong bench.
Nearly went in all the way in. That was I love it.
Lafayette trying to break out. Here's Basom on the near side. Up to Ridgeway, who sticks one in deep. It's Liam Ridgeway. Ridgeway throws a hit from behind, a very, very cheap hit. And Darude's down, and he's hurt. I'm not going to be surprised. This one could be more than 2.
Ridiculous hit right there. You just don't do it. He buried him from behind and right into the wall. The referee is going to talk about this one.
That's Tino DeFranco on the receiving end of that hit from behind. Coming from the captain, Liam Ridgeway.
Luckily, he's all right.
And the officials are going to convene about this one.
Not surprised at all. That was a dangerous play with speed from behind. I mean, I think it was just far enough away to be a board. Easily a penalty. Will it be 5? I'm not sure. It's really questionable, especially with the playoffs, but here's the call. We'll see it on the video board. Just going to be 2 for boarding and a 10. 2 and a 10.
2 and a 10 for a board and a hit from behind, if I had to guess there.
Yeah. So 2 and a 10 for boarding. So that's completely understandable right there with that. Don't really want to kick him out. It's one of those plays, too, is as long as it's not super dangerous or he's not injured, it was far enough away. It's not going to be the most dangerous play. It's still a dangerous play, don't get me wrong, but it's not like you're hitting him from 2 feet away. He was only about maybe a foot in between. So misconduct call, right call on that one. Good job by the officials.
Basom's going to come over and serve the 2 minutes.
The captain, Liam Ridgeway, is going to sit for 2 and then 10 more. His brother, though, out there on the penalty kill, Jackson Ridgeway, rather. Lafayette still battling away, comes up to Stark at the blue line. Stark surveying, looking for options, still looking. Now to the near side for his brother Connor at the circles, trying to go cross ice. Ridgeway stuck it away. Stark again, shot blocked down front. Stark still with it. Another shot turned away by Tamaris. Ridgeway in the corner sends it the length of the ice. Thomas with a heavy forecheck all over him. Not sure he knew he was coming. Strong forecheck on Schneider. Here's Green over the line. Warren down the far side. Shot, and it's gloved away by Tamaris.
After a stressful and rough first period by Tamaris, he's kind of settled in here in the second, but he needs his offense to get rolling ahead of him so that he can keep them in striking distance.
Face off now, coming to the blocker side of Tamaris. Minute 15 to go on the power play. 5:25 to go in the second. Schneider now on the far side for Summit. Up to Trenton Stark, now near side to Connor. Back to Trenton right at the point. Down low to Schneider. Schneider, the captain, comes back to the point now. Shot from Schneider, he scores! Schneider's shot from the point might have been deflected in front, but nevertheless 4-0 Summit, and Warren lets them hear it.
There's a battle out in front, and he was fighting away. And that was just a nice play by Warren, getting back out in front of the net, sticking with it in front of the screen. And then a nice shot by Schneider. I don't know if there was a stick in there or not, but either way, a nice screen and a beautiful shot there. Now it's 4.
Right after I said that Tamaris is kind of settled in. The jinx is real, guys.
The broadcaster jinx is very, very real.
I think it's more or less just Hunter, but
Fair enough. Face off one back by Lafayette in the form of Luke Ross to Hubert. Place catch with Basom, or Dean rather. Here's Ross. Ross in the slot. Quick shot turned away by Kemp. Still loose. Wolf jamming away. Still loose, and it's covered by Kemp finally.
man, they just can't get those rebounds through. They're in the right spot. Kemp's kicking them out, but they just can't pull it across and put it back in.
Schneider is going to get credit for the goal. I wasn't sure if Warren was able to get a stick on it in front or not. That's going to go to Schneider. One back by Lafayette. Hubert at the point now just sends one down to the near side corner. Here's Green. Cycles it down, back down low for Trenton Stark as Summit tries to break out. Stark just throws it up the middle, missing everything. It's going to go all the way down the ice for an icing. The Mid-States playoffs are brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, WashU Medicine Orthopedics, Kenny Reinhold at findastlouishome.com, and by Benet Kelly Insurance Agency.
Trying to hear what the...
They're doing the classic, it's all your fault. Make sure he stays up a little bit later tonight.
Steinberg lined up against Warren on the faceoff from the glove side of Kemp. Tied up. Schneider now dances around one. What a move. Two on one now. Schneider, he's got Warren with him. Schneider, shot. He scores! Schneider with a wicked wrister past the glove of Tamaris. And Summit just keeps on pounding.
And I mean, that was just perfectly played. Started in the offensive zone. And a nice spin move away. Got down low. And a very well played shot there. Not much Tamaris can do. He's just kind of being hung out to dry here.
It's curious that they were potentially going to switch goalies, but I don't see a backup goalie on the bench.
His sister's not on the bench. The other goaltender for Lafayette.
Reminds me of when the Blues could not find Joel Hooker.
Hiding in the tunnel in Chicago. Steinberg near side centering. Lauman in the slot. Shot deflected wide. Steinberg down low. Parks now near side circle. Parks blockered away by Kemp. Picked up by Steinberg behind the net looking to center, but Wecker's there. He gets it to Corbin Green. Near side Connor Stark. Stark poked away by Parks. He's still with it. Sends it down low looking for Wecker, but he didn't have the step, and Kellen Moore gets it. Brewer battling away at the blue line, trying to get the puck out. Still battling away. Brewer's got to keep his hands down, and he does now. Steinberg. Here comes Lafayette. 3-on-1. Steinberg's got Lauman far side. Steinberg keeps it. Shot kicked away by Kemp with the rebound control into the corner.
He just missed the net, actually.
He very well may have just missed the net there. Stretch pass looking for Corbin Green. Would have been 2-on-1 with Stark, but it misses the connection, goes all the way down the ice for an icing. With 3:26 to go in the second. Shot 17-12 in favor of Lafayette. So it's not that Lafayette hasn't had the chances. In favor of Summit. It's not that Lafayette hasn't had the chances.
That is still the case. They have had plenty of opportunities in this period alone around the crease, just not able to
This could be a
put one back there.
Maybe even a one-goal game with the amount of chances Lafayette has created. But really good job. Kemp stood tall. Just some unfortunate bounces, sticks in the wrong spot. Nothing really going yet for Lafayette. They can kind of feel it. You can't let the frustration boil over here.
Jansen cross ice to Peterson. Peterson sends it in deep. Dean, first one there for Lafayette. Brings it up to the boards to Long, but she misses it. DeFranco now happy to see him back. Quick shot. DeFranco saved by Tamaris.
Well, and while it's a 5-goal game, with the quality of chances that Lafayette has had, it almost feels like you get one and maybe you start to get some momentum and those other chances start to fall and they kind of just snowball on top of each other, bringing them back into this thing.
It'll be interesting to see. And I mean, this is still a 5-goal game. Like I said, you've seen weirder, you've seen stranger, but it's not an impossibility. You just got to keep the right attitude. And I think kind of like we were saying in that Founders Cup game with Seckman is that if they can find one through, maybe they can eventually push one through.
Big hit thrown by Basom without a stick. Potential chance for Lafayette, and that was not smart from Darude. Basom tried to pick up his stick. Darude just threw it up into the air, or DeFranco rather, and he's going to go sit for an interference.
Trying to say, what'd I do? Well,
oh, don't do that. He will swat at the puck down, too. You can get him misconduct for that.
It's always entertaining. No matter what sport it is, the "I didn't do it" hands up motion from everybody.
Easily did it.
Trying to plead his case.
It's like when you're watching football and you see the offensive lineman throw his hands up. You were holding. Everybody now knows that you were holding.
Yeah, the "I didn't do it" hands just are pretty much an automatic signal of guilt.
Yeah.
One back by Ross rather. Here's Parks now at the blue line, near side. Kellen Moore, top of the circle. Moore shot looking for the stick of Wolf. Back door, couldn't find it. Comes out of the zone, where Parks will pick it up again. Takes it all the way back into his own end. Parks keeping it for himself right now. Blue line now into the Summit zone, and he came in offsides. Rush stop for Lafayette as they were a little overzealous at the blue line. 2:02 still to go here in the second, minute 39 left on the DeFranco penalty. Ross wins it back and skates, gives it to Moore. Wolf bringing it in now. Ross in the slot, trying to make a couple moves to the net. Sticked away. Moore, another shot. Bouncing puck goes just past the outstretched leg of Kemp and wide of the cage. Stark now picks it up off the glass and all the way down the ice. Looking for a Summit penalty kill line change, but every single skater still out there. Parks now starts the breakout over to Luke Ross. Cuts in the zone. Luke Ross now on the far side hatch. Loses possession a little bit. Now Stark's able to squeeze him off, but Ross still with it now. Darude providing some assistance. Comes to Jansen. Jansen tries to clear and breaks his stick. Here's Parks. Quick shot at the line. Shot goes high. Ross now down low. Pinned across the boards by Stark. Pulled out by Darude. Shot at the length of the ice. With 45 to go on the power play, minute 6 to go in the second. Parks again. He'll start it out. Starts the breakout to Tucker Allen. Allen slows up, leaves it off for Parks on the near side. Parks gets the red line, dances by one. Green blows the tire. Parks, quick shot kicked away by Kemp. Still loose out in front. Good move by Stark. Dangerous move, though, and they come up 3-on-1 shorthanded. Stark over the blue line. Has a man back door. Oh, what a diving play from Allen! But it's cleaned up by Blake Warren as they were in 3-on-1. Tamara's once again out to dry, and it's 6-0 Summit over Lafayette.
I mean, not much you can do. It was a nice defensive play. Problem is, that's a good defensive play with 2. It's a tough one with 3, and it's just sitting right there. Warren able to pick it up. All he's got to do is put the stick out and tap it in.
Just tap it in. Tap it in.
Taparoo.
Couldn't give you more of a tap in than that one, but Summit is now up 6 with that shorthanded 3-on-1 goal. 17 still to go on the DeFranco interference. Long now for Lafayette, gets the blue line, sends it in deep. Basom now down low. Long behind the net. Schneider all over her. Set out looking for Connor Stark. They're back to full strength now. DeFranco goes straight to the bench for a change.
Rizzuto now for Lafayette, takes it in the Summit end. Rizzuto down low, spins away. Rizzuto still with it, spins away again from Anders. Couple nice moves, gives it off the long down low, and it's picked off. Breakout pass for Connor Stark. Stark again with Green, trying to dance around one. Stark, and that's going to do it for the third. Stark had a little less time there, for the second rather. He had less time than he thought he did.
Got to put a little backhand shot on Tamaris there.
Yeah, just something.
The horn.
And not sure Tamaris is too upset about it. He's just going in the locker room. We'll get a fresh cleaning here.
Hard to be real upset when it's 6-0, and you're the one that's giving up 6.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even really the fact that he's giving them up. He's kind of been hung out to dry, and his defense hasn't given him much help. That's going to do it for the second. Fresh ice for the third. We'll step aside for just a moment. Back with an intermission report here on 590 KLIS and the Lou Information Station.
Money decisions aren't always easy. That's why Vantage delivers confidence, services, and support to reach your financial goals. With a Vantage checking account, you'll enjoy convenient account access with powerful digital banking and branches across the St. Louis metro. Plus, benefits like 30,000 no-fee ATMs nationwide, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and shopping discounts. We put you first because Vantage is truly your credit union. Get to know us at vcu.com or a branch in your community. Membership eligibility required. Federally insured by NCUA.
When young athletes get hurt, fast care matters. At WashU Medicine Orthopedics, same-day walk-in care is available for injuries that happen both on and off the ice. With 12 area locations and 4 walk-in clinics, doctors here care for athletes at every level, from peewee to pro. Big hits, hard falls, get expert care, and get back in the game. WashU Medicine Orthopedics, team physicians for the St. Louis Blues, and you. Search WashU Medicine Ortho online. That's WashU Medicine Ortho.
Kenny Reinhold is a trusted real estate advisor with 21 years of experience and a proud sponsor of our MidStates playoff broadcast. Kenny is the #1 agent at the Central Region office at the #1 local real estate company, Caldwell Banker Realty Gundaker. With over $200 million in sales and over 200 5-star reviews, you can be confident in your next move. Call Kenny at 314-724-7932 or visit findastlouishome.com. And good luck to all the teams.
You want a backyard paradise next summer? Talk to Merrimack Pools and Outdoors now. No surprises, great design, straight pricing, and you could be swimming by Memorial Day. Hit SplashSTL.com. Merrimack Pools and Outdoors, turning big Griswold dreams into real St. Louis backyards for 25 years.
Second intermission here at the Centene. 6-0 Rockwood Summit after 2 periods of play. Not at all where we thought it would be headed, but that's where we sit right now. And just about an hour, we will have game number 2 coming up. And that one, Marquette, or excuse me, not Marquette, that'll be this afternoon, later tonight. The Wentzville Liberty and Priory in their game. It was Priory with the 4-1 win last night up against Wentzville Liberty. Dan, back here. And Dan, it's 6-0. I don't think anyone saw that coming.
No, I certainly expected Lafayette to come out with a really strong push this afternoon and really do anything they could to force the mini game. But, I mean, Summit's 15 minutes away from going back to the WIC, and unless Lafayette can somehow string 6 goals together here in the third without allowing another one for Summit, I can't see how they're going to come back from this one.
Yeah, very frustrating first 2 periods from Lafayette.
They need 7, wouldn't they? Because
6 to tie.
But
but I think if they
doesn't
tie,
matter.
they'd move on.
Because
yeah,
in
so
the playoffs, it's if you win both or win one and tie one, then there is no mini game. So Lafayette has to come out and find 7 goals in 15 minutes, just over a goal every 2 minutes of game time.
That's a tall mountain to climb.
Yes, it is.
It's like climbing Everest twice in the same day.
It's like climbing Everest in that K2 mountain, too.
Oh, jeez. I don't know if I could do that.
I don't think I can climb either. I don't even think I can climb Pikes Peak.
Oh, I can drive up it, but I definitely couldn't climb it.
couldn't
that
hike
much. Christ, that's too much for me.
Love the double Zamboni today, though.
Got to get her done quick.
Versus the single.
That's how they usually do it. That's how they do it for Lindenwood.
Yep.
They do the double Zamboni every period. Before and after the game. They'll actually Zamboni twice before warm-up. So go once, let it dry, and we'll go again.
That's like an hour.
Yeah, an hour, yeah. So. Which gives, I mean, the Centene has really good ice, especially on this USA rink. And when you get the Zamboni between periods, it helps out even more because it's a bit of a warmer rink, so the ice gets really chopped up pretty quick.
Especially with you guys, you got the high-speed skaters at the Lindenwood level. Get a lot of snow.
I did see somebody shoveling out there during the Lindenwood game, though. I saw a one-man ice crew.
They saw, or two of them.
Oh, there were
two little kids out there this time around at the AHA playoffs. Shout out Lindenwood, 3-1 winners over Robert Morris today. We'll move on to the semifinals against Mercyhurst.
Unless you were to walk in here before this game, then you might have thought it was 172-6.
Yes. That just happens with the scoreboards when they do all the switching and stuff like that. I think that always happens. Still, it would be fun.
That'd be an exciting game.
Pretty sure I've seen a score. It's been over 100. Some European, really small, like Slovakia against some nobody.
That's a lot of goals.
Maybe it was just in the 60s, maybe something like that. I'm not sure. Still, though.
So, Hunter, correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say that this isn't a full 15-minute intermission. I'm pretty sure they just do the ice and then they come back out.
Pretty much. That's what I was able to get from our game on Thursday night.
Yeah. It's a quick clean. Then you bring the guys back out for the third, but it's an extra little breather. So Lafayette can try to draw something up, whatever they can. You think they'd probably just want to try and get a couple here on the scoreboard, make the score a little closer.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the biggest one there. You just got to get something, some kind of momentum. Not sure if it's going to push them through, but you just need to get something to go your way to start. That's all you need.
Well, our second intermission probably going to be wrapping up here in just a few moments. We'll step aside once again. Looking at the third period coming right at you when we come back.
After a long day, nothing beats kicking back in a brand new hot tub from St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse. These guys are the real deal. They've been around for over 38 years and got more than 400 five-star reviews, and they've earned every single one of them. They sell premium, American-made hot tubs. USA, baby. And because they keep their overhead low, they pass the savings right on to you. You're getting better quality at a better price. And here's the best part. No hidden fees, no surprises, no, oh, by the way, charges. And if you find a comparable hot tub cheaper at a local dealer, they'll beat that price. Guaranteed. That's right, best price guarantee, no one's beating them. Plus, when you buy from St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, you're buying from a company that's been here for decades. And they'll be here to service your tub for as long as you own it. Check them out at besthotTubPrices.com. That's besthotTubPrices.com. St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, highest quality, best price. When it's time to bring the energy, don't fake it, fuel it. Drink Thunder is the all-natural, plant-based, fruit-based pre-workout drink that gives you real results without the junk. No sugar, no crash, just clean energy, powered by nature, and loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants to help you perform at your best. Go to drinkthunder.com and grab your favorite flavor, orange mango, blackberry lemonade, or strawberry cream. Drink Thunder, the clean way to power your workout. drinkthunder.com.
Looking for a perfect spot after the big game? Head to Chicken and Pickle St. Charles. It's not one thing, it's everything. We've got it all. Watch parties on the big screen, family-friendly events, weekend brunch, and of course, pickleball for every age and skill level. Whether you're a hockey parent, player, coach, or just here for the fun, there's something for everyone at Chicken and Pickle. Eat, play, cheer, and connect all in one place. Visit us at Chicken and Pickle St. Charles, where it's not one thing, it's everything.
Third period just about to get underway here as we wait for both teams to take the ice again after a quick little ice cleaning. The refs come back out. Summit's just 15 minutes away from going to the Wickenheiser Cup final. And you don't want to say this, but they're up 6-0. They can probably almost taste it now.
I think so. Remind me what the last year's matchup was again.
It was Parkway West. And maybe it was Summit.
Hunter's on our Google machine right now.
I know for a fact it's Parkway West won the Wickenheiser last year.
You saw the banner up there in Queenie?
Yes, we did. The home. That actually makes sense for the home ice for Parkway West down in Ballwest. Both teams come back to the ice now. 15 minutes of period 3. Just a few moments away. As we're going to get that information for you here in just a second. I wish I could pull it up for you. My computer's still not working. I've just been plagued with technology issues this season.
Yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough.
And it's not showing the runner-up, is it?
It's not showing me the runner-up, but I'm going to continue to work on it.
Lafayette has one back in 2019, trying to get a comeback there, and then Rockwood Summit's looking for their first since 2014.
I'm just looking at the 2020 Duchenne right there. That's a bad taste in my mouth.
It's okay, buddy.
That's the one we lost. We were the runner-up in that one.
It's all right, bud.
Couple extra stretches, fresh. I mean, it's something.
It was Rockwood Summit.
It was Rockwood Summit last year. Looking for some revenge.
Yes. And last year's Founders Cup champion was Sumwalt East. They beat Liberty. And Liberty, we'll see later tonight, they're
looking for a chance to be in the WIC.
They are looking for an opportunity to be in the WIC final.
And then come back against Priory.
And then last year's Challenge Cup was, of course, DeSmet and Chaminade, where DeSmet won their 3rd consecutive. And now, later today, we'll find out if we're going to get a rematch of that as DeSmet continues to look to go on that 4-peat run. That is something that is very impressive as a program, as well as Chaminade looking to knock off CBC and get back, and then knock off DeSmet or Marquette, whoever decides that they want to make it out of the semifinals.
And Summit's trying to do exactly what Duchenne did in 2019-2020. They went to the final 2019, lost to Lafayette, turned around the next year. They said, I saw a bunch of Instagram posts at that time. They said, we'll be back next year, and they certainly were. And then they won that one. So Summit's trying to follow that same path. Both teams coming to center ice. A few little extra taps for Peter Tamaris in net.
And Summit looking for WIC number 3 if they can get up there. On the other side, it would be Liberty looking for their first. And Priory, if I'm doing my math right, would be looking for number 4.
Yes, that is correct. I believe Priory one was at 20.
Their last one was 2022.
Oh yeah, it's right in front of me.
It was West, Clayton, and Zumwalt West past 3 years. That's the one fun thing. It's been a lot of different schools.
Opening faceoff, one back by Lafayette. Parks picks it up behind the end, or behind Tamaris rather, trying to find Ross on the breakout. A little bit of an errant pass comes to Warren. He just sends it right back in deep. Schneider's going to be the first one too in the far side corner. Down low, Darude takes a bump from Parks. Now long down low, battling away with Warren on the near side. Ross coming in for some support. Sent back down to the far side where Tucker Allen will pick it up. Send it right back to the near side to Warren. Warren now centering feed, looking for crashing Darude off a stick and past the net. Darude now down low, quick shot, one-timer, goes high. Trenton Stark now with the near side hatch marks. Has 2 on him, needs to get rid of it, gives it to Warren at the point. Warren shot glove down by Tamaris.
Lafayette's got to get a pep in the step here if they want to spin it around.
I believe that, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but when they warmed up, there were 2 Lafayette goalies.
I'm 99.9% sure that there were.
And I still don't see Peter's sister on the bench. I don't see Sophia on the bench, so I wonder what's going on with that, and if they're just going to say, hey, it's your game, Peter.
Yeah, maybe Sophia's like, I'm going to hide like Joel Hofer, like we mentioned earlier. I don't want to come into this one.
I will defend Joel Hofer and the Blues on that one. The Chicago rink does not have enough space for a goaltender.
Yes.
There's a couple rinks that just like you can tell how old they are.
Yeah.
United Center isn't that old though, but their setup for some reason is very old because they don't have enough spots for a goalie.
I would say Madison Square Garden might be like that too.
Madison Square Garden is SAP Center.
Yeah.
Or I think the SAP Center is.
SAP's new too, so that's weird.
And then Canada Life Center. Canada Life Center does not have enough spaces on the bench.
Wow.
Canada Life Center is also very small. I've seen a couple of games there. It's a weird atmosphere. It's cool. It's just very small. It's kind of like the size of the family arena almost.
Yeah, home of the Winnipeg Jets up there?
Yes.
in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Here's Summit now. Green. Lorelei Green takes it down low behind the net. Centering feed looking for Connor Stark, or Schneider rather. No, turnaround shot save. Green turnaround again, and blown up in front of the net was Jansen. And off the glass and out. Lafayette's just going to send this one all the way down the ice for an icing. Third period's brought to you by Benet Kelly Insurance Agency, proudly serving the St. Louis area for more than 75 years. Visit benet-kelly.com for more information.
Trying to tell which team that is warming up over under the Lindenwood sign.
I think they're both over there. One on the left, one on the right. I want to say Priory's the nearest, or maybe Liberty. The jackets kind of look like an eagle.
They're both blue and red.
Navy blue and red. Exact same colors.
Got to see some nice colors. We'll be seeing Priory's road unis today.
Holmes, I believe. I think they were wearing red last night.
They were wearing reds last night, so we'll be blues, I believe. Yeah.
Haven't seen those before. Down low, Connor Stark.
I like the reds, so I'm very excited for that.
They have two very nice jersey setups. As Kellen Moore dances around, Stark gets it up to Thomas at center ice. Here comes Keller in 1-on-2. Keller shot, kick, a little bit of a deflection from Trenton. Stark Kempf had to be sharp and kick it away. Macklin now down low for Summit. Haven't seen much of him tonight so far. Deflected out by Connor Stark just outside the blue line and sent right back in by Parks. Trenton Stark down low behind the net for Summit. Up the boards to Corbin Green. Corbin Green's got Connor Stark with him. He's shoved off the puck by Moore, but still gets it to Stark. Looking for Green again, and it bounced away. Stark now in the near side corner. Wolf all over him. Comes up to the point. Bounced away from Green, but Anders is there to cover. It was cross ice for Corbin Green, who gives it to Lorelei Green. But Thomas all over. Thomas takes Green down, but Corbin comes to help out. Green, a little bit of a cross ice pass from his own zone. Goes to no one. Crashing after it, Southward, who we also haven't seen yet. You're going to imagine Summit's going to filter in a few guys that haven't gotten as much time yet tonight. The puck comes up to Anders. Mesmer now picks it up. Mesmer.
Well, you certainly don't want to risk an injury.
No, Mesmer, Southward. Start quick shot down low. Goes wide of the net. Southward and Mesmer were tangled up in front of the Lafayette bench. All the way back into the Summit end now behind the nets. Trenton Stark waiting for a Summit change and a breakout. Stark keeps it for himself. Dances around a couple. Now a third. Gives one up. Looking for Darude, but it just bounces off his stick. Goes in deep. No, didn't get his stick in time. Wasn't quite at the line yet. That was Jet Donahue, rather. .9:58 to go here in the third period. The clock is running. 6-0 in favor of Lafayette.
I believe that's USA Hockey rules.
6-0 or 6-goal lead in the third.
And it will be running time.
Yeah, running clock. So 9:40 to go here. Shots 21-15 in favor of Summit. Summit also leads 6-0 on the scoreboard. 9.5 minutes away from a Wickenheiser Cup appearance. Darude now. Quick cycle for Stark. Comes up to Warren. Warren, Schneider tangle up. Warren now with it. Just as a down low to Snyder. Just goes in front of his stick. Who backhand sauces one up to the point for Trent Stark, who takes a little bit of a shove from Allen. Stark then throws a cross check. Gonna let them both go. Tucker Allen now can't get this one past Trent Stark. Allen gives him a little bit of a slash on the hand. Stark loops it back around again. Stark dancing through a couple. Takes a little bit of a high shot. At this point in the game, you try to dance through a bunch of guys like that, they're just going to drop the shoulder right into your chest.
Yep.
Steinberg cuts the center ice, leaves it off for Ross, and Ross forgets the puck. Now Darude picks it off. Here comes Warren. Past the stick of Parks. Warren from the goal line spins away from Kellen Moore. Moore's all over him. Warren still with it. Moore goes to the ice. Steinberg in for some extra help. Up to the point, Lorelei Green can't corral it. Kellen Moore still with it. Gets past Jansen. Now Parks in with it. Parks. Toe drag. Parks. Quick shot kicked away by Kempf. Held in by Lafayette. Chipped up. Picked off by Lauman. Pritchett steals it from him. Then now Parks in front of his own bench. Cycling back into the Lafayette zone. Now Moore up high. Brewer. Thomas now in the slot. Thomas dishes it off. Thomas had a lane right to the net. Instead tried to dish it off for a pass to no one. Dean there at the blue line. Thomas sends one deep. Lauman tried to spin around shot. Not sure why Kempf wouldn't cover that. And Brewer keeps it in the corner.
Yeah, especially with a running clock.
Dean down low to looking for Brewer. Hit a little too high. Goes off the knee of Brewer and around down low to Lauman. Lauman back to Brewer down low. Trying to go back to Lauman. They play catch down low. Lauman behind the goal line up to Dean. Top of the circle. Dean quick shot blocked away by Pritchett. And Lafayette tries to spin back and come in, but they are offsides. The MidStates Hockey Playoffs are brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, WashU Medicine Orthopedics, Kenny Reinhold at FindAStLouisHome.com, and by Benet Kelly Insurance Agency. Down to 7 minutes, 10 seconds now. Clock still running. One back by Stark to his brother Trenton. Trenton Stark starts the breakout. Anders back to Trenton Stark. Sauces one up to his brother.
You can just kind of tell Lafayette's a little out of it right now. Not a lot left in the tank. Down by 6 here in this third time, just ticking away.
As Summit's a little less aggressive as well on offense and defense, just backing off a little bit. Here's Ridgway now. Had the 2 in the 10 earlier. Wolf tried to leave it off for him. Now it's a potential 2-on-1 for Stark. He's got Green with him. Heck of a back check, though, from Keller. Stark tries to dance around another, but Wolf comes in for extra support. Back to Wolf now. Wolf gets the red line for Lafayette, trying to get into the Summit end. Sticks it into the far side corner. Wolf's going to chase after it with Schneider. Schneider bumps him off the puck. Sends it over to Corbin Green. But Moore's there first. Kellen Moore picked off by Lorelei Green. Lorelei Green skates it up herself, gets the red line, tries to get it in deep, but poked away by Long. Green, Corbin Green, off to Connor Stark on the near side. Tries to get around Bassum's, getting held up a little bit. Down low to Rizzuto. They're really probably just going to let him go unless it's an egregious penalty. You're going to have to think. Green tries to center, picked off by Parks, wraps it around the boards. Tipped by Lorelei Green, so it's not going to be an icing with Long on her. Addison Long on Lorelei Green. Donahue tries to make a couple moves, picked off by the Lancers. Here's Parks. Spins away, loses his footing, but gets up right away. He's got Pickering with him. In his own end, tries to go off the boards. Messmer's able to glove it down. Now here's Parks. Parks for Lafayette, gets in the Summit zone, tries to get a quick shot from the circle. It's blocked away by Schneider. Scherer, rather. Messmer near side. Trying to start the breakout. Messmer's tripped by Steinbrugge. Play on. Southward. Blows a tire in front of the Summit bench. Dances through Steinbrugge. Still with it. Tries to give it off to Messmer. Ross picks it off. Ross walks through a couple. Now Tucker Allen. Tucker Allen just loses it. Goes to Southward, who just shoots at the length of the ice for an icing. With 4:45 to go in the third.
You can just feel it if you're Summit. I mean, they just played a really good game, and they've attacked everywhere. They've showed just about everything. All the cards have been dealt, and they went out, and they knew this was a must-win. And even though they got the win, they continued it on.
Stretch pass looking for Blake Warren. Takes a egregious high stick from Dean on the icing call. Threw his stick up. It just smacked him in the face with it. And yeah, that's the one that you can't let go.
They might see if they let Warren go, make him go to the bench. Now they're just saying to take him to the bench, but Warren's like laughing it off. Surprised they didn't get him for a dive.
Yeah, it almost seemed by Dean's reaction to it. It might not have been intentional, but it was pretty hard contact with the cage.
But because it was an icing on Summit, it's going to come all the way, just going to come into the neutral zone.
Because I believe because of the penalty, it'll stop the clock, too, at 4:15. Yeah. Talking a few things over here. So Sean Dean gets the 2-minute minor for a high stick. Grant Kennedy has explained something here to Braden Jansen. Ridgway sends one in, but goes over the glass and out of play. Trying to get a
Some zone time set up there. Just couldn't get it in deep enough. Goes over the glass. In the near side corner. With 4 minutes left. In case you were wondering, too, running time does also apply to the penalty minute, too.
Yep. I would assume that was that would be how that worked.
I'm not sure if the viewers at home were
Yeah, I
sure of it,
suppose,
so
yeah.
just had to put that out there. Wolf now dancing around a couple times. Tries to backhand one deep. It's blocked. There's Pritchett now. Just shovels one forward. Tries to backhand one toward the net. Goes down low behind it. Franco DeLuca Hubert picks it up. Looking for Wolf. Picked off again. DeRude. Down low, Lorelei. Green spins away from a few Lancers. Now has a bunch of time. Green in her own end. Stick handles by one. Gets the red line. Makes another move past Wolf. And now she's in deep. In the near side corner. Lorelei Green. Tries to get past Keller, I believe, and he sticks it away. Throws a shot on DeRude. Gets his hands up a little high, and that's Thomas. Puck goes all the way back down behind Tamaris, where Hubert picks it up. 3 minutes now to go in the third. What a pass from Stark. Sticked away from Corbin Green. He was in. Looking for another shorthanded goal. They had a 3-on-1 one earlier. Trenton Stark now at the blue line. Cross ice for Anders. Down low. Sounding free. Stark, one-timer blocked. Into the corner. Connor Stark was looking for that one-time feed in the slot. Attempted clear. Goes off the skate of Anders. They keep it in. Then Lauman shoots at the length with 2:36 to go. 19 seconds to go on the Dean high stick. Tied up was Stark with Kempf out of his net. Almost blew a shutout for his own goal. He almost got stripped by Lauman. Trenton Stark now down low. Gives it off to Wecker. Green. Corbin Green. Gets the blue line, 2:15 to go. Spins away. Gives it to Connor Stark at the circle. Stark, quick shot, turned away by Tamaris. Still loose, and Tamaris will cover. With Stark crashing. You mentioned it earlier, Jacob. It just seems like Lafayette just is mentally out of it as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of gone right now. It's not really looking that good. Only got 2 minutes left. Season's going to be over here in just a little bit. It's hard to get the head out of that headspace.
Well, that first period being a 3-goal period for Summit was just not the way that Lafayette wanted it to go and how it was going to bounce back from that.
Pickering throws a shot in the corner, comes up to Macklin at the top of the point. Pickering will get it. They're back to full strength now, 5-on-5. Here's Long. Addison Long on the breakout to Franco DeLuca Hubert. He gets the blue line. Tries to go cross ice looking for Long or Keller, but it's in front of both of them. Battled for in the corner. Macklin. Keller picks it up for Lafayette. Tries to center to Ridgeway. Blocked away by a skate. Still battling down low. Schneider with Ridgeway on him. Up to Donahue. Schneider sticks it up to the point where it's poked away by Messmer. And Pickering's going to pick it up with a minute left to go in the third. Summit starting to stand up on their bench. They're tasting that Wickenheiser Cup appearance. Battled away for in the corner. Pickering just pins it up on the boards where Addison Long comes in to help out. Macklin now at the point. Down low to Jansen. Summit faithful starting to make some noise here with 40 seconds to go in the third. Down low to Messmer. Over his stick where Hubert's just going to ring it around the boards up to Scherer, who bounces over his stick. Going to go all the way down the ice with 30 to go. The horns start to go. The cheers start to commence. Centering feet on a broken stick. Here's Long on the one-timer. Just fanned on it. Kicked into the corner by Kempf. With 15 to go. Rizzuto down to Long. Long, quick shot near side. Looking for that top corner. Goes over the glove of Kemp. 7 to go now. Still battling away. Rizzuto in the corner. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. They're counting down over there. 2, 1, 0. Rockwood Summit is going back to the Wickenheiser Cup Championship after a 6-1 routing of the Lafayette Lancers. Well, Summit, after losing in the final last year to Parkway West, now has a chance to go back with some vengeance and try to take this one against either Priory or Wentzville Liberty. We'll find that out here in just a few short hours. But what a game from the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, just overall, they started off hot, took them all 25 seconds to get that first goal, fired in, just kept the pressure going. They were the better team. They played an excellent game, and they get it done. Second straight WIC appearance, trying to take one this year now.
Yeah, definitely a frustrating one for Lafayette. You come out last night, you lose 4-1 to Summit. You come in, all right, we have to have a strong first period. 25 seconds in, here's a goal. And 2 more follow that in the first. And it just, all of the thought process and the resetting of a night's rest did not go the way that Lafayette had wanted it to. But now Rockwood Summit on their side is looking forward, after scoring 10 goals in this semifinal series, looking forward to playing next week for a WIC title.
Lots of smiles coming from the Summit Falcons. Game 2, just want to remind you, is going to be between Priory and Wentzville Liberty coming up in just a few moments. But before we get to that point, tune in on KLIS for an interview with the Too Many Men on the Mic show that they had with 2026 Central States Championship coaches Bob Jakubek of the 18U Afton Americans, Greg Anderson of the 14U St. Louis Eagles, and Cooper Cedot, coach of the 16U St. Louis Sting. Enjoy that interview. We'll have Game 2 in just a little while.